Hi, this is Steve Wright. Welcome to Warriors Hell, the making of Hellraiser 3. I had my own visual effects studio in Hollywood in 1991, and we did a few shots for Hellraiser 3 using very advanced, for the day, digital effects techniques. I'm going to show you a few of the shots that we did and kind of give you an idea of how they were done. Okay, so let me get started. Okay, first up, we have the Boiler Room Massacre, which is in the nightclub, and the bad guy is going to wreak havoc on everybody. And he's going to kill everybody. This is the shot here, and the whole idea was that he was going to come out of the drink, manifest himself in reality, and turn into this crystal, and of course, land in the poor lady's mouth, okay? So this was done with a grid warp technique and an image processing algorithm that made these colored stripes off of the character's graphics. Okay, so that's that one. So in this sequence, they had wanted to transition, show two guys melting together into one. And the prosthetics, the latex, was okay for showing them with their heads already joined, but it was not a good media for showing the transition between the heads. So in this sequence, again, I was using grid warp and other warping technologies for a shot like this shot coming up right here. There it is. You see, that you could not do with prosthetics. Now this is a prosthetic shot, and then here's another prosthetic shot and another prosthetic shot, and then we have another warp shot here. So that's what the digital processing did, was it allowed us to put in these transitional elements to bridge the shots between the latex makeup. So hang on here, get this down here and get the names right. Okay, Pinhead and Captain Spencer. Okay. So in this sequence, Captain Spencer wants to be sent to hell, and so Joey has the power. She's got the box. So we needed a treatment to show kind of a psychotic dual personality moment as he's moving in and out of his characters. So again, using the grid warping technology, this was the sequence here. And of course, she sends him to hell. In this last shot, this is what they call the pinnacle shot in the movie. I'm really proud to have done the pinnacle shot for a digital horror film. But what's going on here is that the J.P. Monroe, who owns this Boiler Room nightclub, he is trying to seduce this gal, and she is backing up against the haunted pillar behind, which has Pinhead in it. That pillar is going to come to life and rip her skin off. So let's see how that's done. Now this part here, of course, these are all done with practicals on set. Okay, there's no digital effects here. And this, of course, is a practical here. And here is the effect coming up. And there you have it. Nice, huh? This is the, again, the pinnacle shot, the skin ripping scene. And again, this was done. This was done using that grid warping technology. And because in those days, the thing about that shot that troubles me today, of course, remember this is like, what, 30 years later, I wished that we didn't have motion blur in those days. So I wish I had been able to motion blur the grid warp, okay? So, but that's, you know, the technology wasn't there yet. But it definitely made for a truly hideous moment. And they sold a lot of popcorn on this one. Okay. Backstory on these digital effects shots was apparently the end of the movie, when it was first completed, was a little bit disappointing, and Clive Barker was reluctant to put his name on it unless the movie was like juiced up with some more horrific shots. So Tony Hickox came up with all these additional shots, and this was the pinnacle shot, was the skin ripping off. So we did that in order to make the movie even more horrific, so that Clive Barker was willing to put his name on it. So it was kind of, helped put the movie over the top is what it did. And these were some of your earliest digital horror effects. Okay. But it was a delight working with Tony. He was a very clever and creative guy. A lot of fun to play with. So we had a lot of fun doing these shots together.